My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Shadows over Loathing. In the end of the last episode, we pledged here in the Tentacle's house that we were going to very quickly go and visit the Tin Lizzies over in the chop shop in order to make good use of the rest of my sleaze armor buff from my ocean food, the oyster. After which, I'm going to replace all of my buffs with muscle so I can break down that door. Alright, Obi. An opportunity for you to sell me a hat? Of course it wasn't. It was more busking. You isolate and confiscate the source of the freshness. You get an item, a prototype car freshener. This ingenious device consisted of a cardboard tree soaked in some kind of nice smelling oil. Plus 2 stench armor. A couple of Tin Lizzies are busy trying to dismantle a car that's already pretty thoroughly mantleless. It's like watching someone try to scrape just one more sandwich worth of meat out of a leftover turkey carcass. Get the jump on him. Alright, are we in the realm where these folk can be safely kind of ignored? Wow, I flouted, excuse me? That's okay. I think it'll work out well, but it will slow down our damage. Yes, this sleaze armor is certainly helpful. Let's use our orchestra strike on the back line. Setting up for the death of a second. Beautiful. You successfully got revenge for that poor car. Life experience and 10 meat for our job. You really ought to put it out of its misery. Okay. Maybe that's worse. Just popped the tire. A greasy toolbox. Let's see what's inside. Greasy gloves, spray on asbestos, and a disposable ratchet. An accessory for sleaze armor, add +1 hot armor to a pair of pants. Spray on asbestos. And disposable ratchet. It's a combat item. The greatest trick the marketing department of Black & Decker ever pulled was convincing people that these were single use. Increase an ally's stats by 3 or reduce an enemy's stats by 3. It's just an old oil barrel, but since it's open, it is full of rainwater, which of course makes it fishable. You got a welding mask. Okay, that sounds like 30 meat on the boardwalk as far as I'm concerned. You get a Tin Lizzy grease gun, which I believe I already have one of, enabling me to sell one. You got some greasy knee pads. And +1 sleaze armor to a pair of pants. Neat. Tin Lizzy grease gun, right? Don't I already have one of them? Do I, Nay? Let's go to my weapons. Yeah, I absolutely do. Tin Lizzy grease gun, Tin Lizzy grease gun. Not that there's a problem with it. There's also a welding mask here for physical armor as well as hot armor. I'm definitely going to take that. It is 1 hot armor better than what I was currently wearing prior. I mean, I've got the plus Moxie on at the moment, and I do like the Moxie. The Moxie is damage, and damage is good. Spray on asbestos. Yeah, so these are buffs for a pair of pants. So I could give, 3 sleaze armor to these waxed slacks. Yeah. You sew the greasy pads, onto the knees of your waxed slacks. I look forward to none of the Tin Lizzies doing any damage to me. A bunch of Tin Lizzies again, so I'm just gonna read it from my memory. From the memory of a good song that I like. A bunch of Tin Lizzies are hanging out here. Their attention is mainly focused on something further to the right, but the camera doesn't move far enough for you to know what that is. I'm gonna push my way through. Ooh, that's a lot of fire damage you're doing, friend. I am gonna lose my bird. Absolutely. Go for an orchestra strike. And bleed the appropriate target. I will lose my bird, but that's a-okay. I don't really think that's going to interfere much at all here. So as long as Obi acts before the second greaser, we are all set already. Oh, Orchestra Strike against that target is not what I intended to do. That's okay. I have an alternate plan. Take a wrench off of the board and then be in a better position to take down the final Tin Lizzie with another Orchestra Strike. Following up with a weapon attack. Hey. Solved. You won! Let's see what all the hoopla was about. 7 experience, 10 meat, hand washing gasoline. Tin Lizzie's hands get really dirty, so the only thing that cleans them is gasoline. Increases the damage of your magical weapon attacks by 3 until you use another potion. There's also a face grease. A 50-50 mixture of engine oil and moisturizer, useful in both a skincare regimen and a 2-stroke engine. Increases your hot armor by 3, and Gideon gets even stronger. Please, stop sending your thoughts and prayers. Gideon is getting too strong. A welding bench. There's a welding mask on top of it. Your face will be a better home for this mask than the bench. More like a picked-apart truck. A muscular woman with flaming red hair is sitting in a throne made of welded-together wrenches, glaring at you. The woman gives you a traditional, slow, sarcastic clap as you step forward. Nice entrance! Thanks, nice chair. Thanks! Now who the hell are you? I'm gonna introduce myself aggressively. That just seems like the right tone. Match their tone. I'm Ryan Ho. You better remember that name. It's gonna be the last one you ever forget. You got some high carbon steel barons coming in here and talking to Big Liz Studebaker like that, kiddo. I'm the boss of this here gang, and I don't have to take that kind of crap from no one. I'm gonna narrow my eyes. You narrow your eyes and stare. Now, considering that you just busted into my scrapyard and beat up 5 of my girls, plus however many on the way here, I figure you got something on your mind. So, what is it you want anyway? I'll come back when I've decided. If you think you can just cruise in here and cruise back out as you please, you got another thing coming, Buster. Big Liz knocks you on the head with a wrench and summons a minion from somewhere to drag you away. Oh, what? She didn't do it to Obi? I'll come back when I've decided. Got it. So we do get thunked, but we do get to entirely come back when we've decided. Excellent. Let's go back to the Tentacle house. The man on the street does a big theatrical double take as you pass. Just wanted to get another look at you. Whoa, hey now, how's the weather up there? Up where? You're probably taller than me. Up on the property ladder, I almost can't see you up there. Huh? I live in the back room of an antique store. Gee whiz, well, I hope to join you in the antique storeroom of my own soon enough, but a fella like me's gotta sell if he wants to get onto that property ladder. Luckily, product I got nearly sells itself. Of course. What is it? Bam! Paperclip. That's a paperclip. Is it ever? I don't know if I need a paperclip right now. Guess your documents keep themselves from flying off into the wind. Guess your nose secures itself against wild odors. All right, I'll buy one. Ooh-wee, do I detect the change in humidity? I must be chasing up the property ladder. You didn't tell me the weather was this nice. You spend 10 meat and gain an item, the paperclip. It is a combat item. It increases the target's stench armor by 3. From multinational treaties to 4th grade homework assignments, the humble paperclip has dutifully girded our sheaves since whenever the humble paperclip was invented. I just figure it might be a nice tool to have in our back pocket for the possibility of using it later. Now, level up time. Strong back, absolutely. Yes. Strong embouchure, absolutely. It's also +1 to ranged weapon attacks, which at this point, it may now be worth us going back to our prior weapon. Sleaze damage, because it's ranged. and with that range, it picks up an additional +2 damage. Now, our character sheet will tell us that we have 3 muscle, 2 mysticality, and 6 moxie. If I, again, tell my filters that I am looking to maximize my muscle, I will eat a potion. And then I will eat a foodstuff. Bravo, bravissimo. Thud, thud, crunch. Okay, it was a little harder than expected. Go on in. The Tentacle House bedroom. The nightstand is battered, but mostly intact. I'm gonna check the drawers. The bottom drawer is full of old horse-track bedding forms, but the top one contains a wallet and a creepy locket, each with only a minimal amount of crud on them. The creepy locket. Accessory. The inscription reads, Melinda, my love. But the picture is just a crude drawing of a single eye. +2 spooky armor, and an old wallet. Maybe there's some meat left in that one. This bed must have fallen victim to especially hungry bedbugs. Ironically, the house's backyard looks really nice. The mirror has, to your great surprise, avoided damage. I'm gonna look in it and smile and frown and worry and cringe and freak out and go back to normal, and then I'm gonna smile again. Termites have conspired to make it look like this wardrobe has had one giant bite taken out of it instead of thousands of tiny small ones. There's hardly anything left of whatever this was. I really imagine at some point one of these mirrors is gonna have a secondary effect, right? It won't just be the exact same mirror every single time I encounter it. I almost want to test every expression in every mirror, but that's a bit too far. Just a touch too far for me. 85 meat left in there. There is... what else? Tentacle House key. And the jewelry case. Jewelry case, let's see if we can open that. We can indeed. You dump out the jewelry box's contents, which is so exciting that you forget to keep the box itself. A bacon stone pendant. A +1 mysticality from an accessory. A glistening gem of the old world. Legend says these are made of the tears of a long-dead species of elf. But the legend isn't really clear on why they smell like that. And mood ring. Mood ring! The kind of mood rings you're thinking of haven't been invented yet, and you're probably not sure how that makes you feel. Probably, it makes you feel a different way every time you walk into a new room. Constantly changes your mood. Is the mood ring? So the mood ring constantly changing your mood is going to be constantly changing your face, right? That's what's going on there. It's just not going to be better than any of the other rings that I'm currently wearing. Everyone else losing one at the start of the combat is really good. I mean, but Friendship Ring also seems like it might be a good one too. Alas. Now that we have broken into all of the appropriate places, let's see if this can be unlocked with the Tentacle House key. It can indeed. Head down the stairs. Jeez, it's dark down here. A shelf of long expired cleaning products. The cellar is way too dark for you to go any further. Yeah, you have a flashlight, but you and I both know that flashlights are only good for making dark places visible, not for making them less scary, okay? Oh, you seriously won't let me go any further? I mean, I can see a tentacle in the distance. I'm not scared. Does that help? A fuse box. Investigate. All of the fuses missing. This explains the lights, I guess. I mean, how many fuses do you need? There's no chance there's fuses still around, right? In unexplored places? I also do kind of want to try and guess what this is, going through literally every available option until the game's like, yeah, actually, I guess you are right, yeah. Well done. But, I don't know. I don't know how long I want to spend on it. Fine, I'll give up. Again! You're right. I couldn't guess it. I just couldn't accept it. And... let's head out. Unfortunately, I'll have to come back for you later. You're walking past one of Ocean City's many disused urinals when you find some Frosty Flakes. I'm gonna make my way to the Boardwalk, where I know that I can complete the first challenge. With a sinister... 3 of these horrible fishmen come out at you from nowhere. Well, not nowhere. 2 come at you from a alley, and the 3rd one calls out of a nearby manhole. Fishel? Yeah, I heard you the first time. I'm gonna shove past them with 3 muscle. I ain't got time for this malarkey. Get out of my way, chum. You shove past the fishmen, whose slimy hands can't find purchase to grab you and stride away. They global angrily at you, but either they're too startled to make any further issue of it, or they're trying to keep basically a low profile. Either way, you make it out of there unscathed, except for the fish slime. Tony Fiasco. Hey, welcome back, baby, welcome back. Let me see that hat you're wearing. What's that? Like a welding mask? Love it! Here's your meat, baby! I'm gonna get down 30 meat for that. Hey, any of these hats something you haven't seen yet? I got a 2nd welding mask, does this count? Okay, wow. It took a lot of effort to get a 2nd one of these. Cold War's gas mask. Got it, that makes sense. Broken coconut, I think, is the only one. Oh, it is indeed, and we get 30 meat for it. I was about to say, if broken coconut is not new, then none of these will be new for you. I don't think Gore's Helm. I definitely know that the uncursed fedora has been used here. Alright, good. With those all resolved, mysticality from our hat should now give us the ability to complete the 3 all stats and 10 meats challenge. Step right up, test your strength and your agility and your intellect. Every winner gets a prize. You there, friend, care to face the challenge even of a lifetime, only 10 meat? I like to start newcomers off with something relatively easy. All you have to do is guess my age, throw a dart, pop a balloon, and drive a nail into this board with one swing of a hammer. Okay. You aim the dart while winding up your arm with the hammer swing and squinting at the proprietor. Well, you look about 38, but you also reek of cigarette smoke, so I'm gonna say 34. Nicely done, right on the money. Here's your prize, some fancy new beach shoes. He takes the pair of clogs out from under the counter and hands them to you. Crab clogs. Makes you walk like a crab. These shoes were made at the beach, but the materials were closest to hand. With materials, rather, that were closest to hand. Apparently, there's even more. Nope. I was about to say, even more to get with casting our line out. No, there is not. Is there another challenge that you will now offer of a 2nd type? And it is indeed. There we go. Hey, welcome back. Care to test your skills on a 2nd challenge? What is it? Just take this mallet and hit this lever here hard enough to ring the bell while shooting a bullseye and an air rifle and solving this crossword puzzle. How hard's the puzzle? Well, it's a Thursday puzzle, so it's tough but not unmanageable. Okay, 5 to all. Can I do 5 to all? I'd need to lose 1 moxie, gain 1 mysticality, and then gain 1 more mysticality. That is difficult. Yeah, that is actually pretty difficult. The big difficulty here is that while I can get 2 extra mysticality, I have to knock out 1 moxie to get 1, which is fine, but 1 muscle or 1 moxie to get the other, which is not. We're getting 1 mysticality from our hat. That's the most mysticality or moxie or muscle we can even get from the hat. Nothing from the weapon, nothing from the next. Here's our moxie that I could trade for mysticality, giving us 545. Rings won't help. Nor will... Ooh, Shibata's pants! Wait a second! What? We actually have mysticality pants. We can totally do this. Hell yeah! Hey, welcome back. Care to test your skills on a 2nd level challenge? What is it? Just take this mallet and hit this lever here hard enough to ring the bell while shooting a bullseye with an air rifle and solving this crossword puzzle. I'm just testing myself, trying to get back up to speed with speaking. How hard's the puzzle? I haven't talked to people in a couple days. How hard's the puzzle? It's a Thursday puzzle, so it's tough but not unmanageable. Okay. You spend 10 meat. You put the pencil between your teeth and pick up the mallet in one hand and the air rifle in the other. Ding! Solve. Whew. I hate the clues from the question marks after them. Ah, but those are the fun ones. Great job, kid. You're a winner. Here's your prize. Colorful clown pants. Pants. There exist certain objects that you will only ever find on a clown. And these white pants with colorful polka dots are a pair of them. Hot armor, cold armor, spooky armor, stench armor rather, and sleaze armor. All rolled into one. Hey, look who it is. Ready for the third travel challenge? Ready for the third level of challenge, rather, Chief. All you have to do is knock over this stack of lead milk bottles with a beanbag while juggling on this tightrope and playing me at chess. Do I have to win? Well, yes. Are you good at chess? I came in second at state championships this year. Ready to take me on? No thanks. Well, not with that attitude you won't. I'm working my way up to it, buddy. I'll come back with the appropriate attitude when I have the appropriate skills to back it up. I mean, honestly, we are getting to the point that it is now absurd for me not to just go to... oh god, where's the actual location I'm supposed to go to again? The fridge factory, there it is. That it starts to become absurd for me not to just walk my way directly to the fridge factory and just sort that out. Excuse me? We finally have the Glocklins when I have the mysticality for them? Ha! Turn it down, say you. What if we up turn it? Look, friends, you're going about this all wrong. Don't you want to know anything about modern music? What's important is the notes that you don't play. What? What menu? The notes we play now. I can see you've still got a lot to learn. You better start by practicing not playing any notes at all. Then, once you get really good at that, you can focus on learning which specific notes not to play. I see this modern music is a tricky business. The goblins stare at their glockenspiels, carefully not playing them. As you leave, you hear one accidental blink, followed by urgent shushing rather, and apologies. You gain 5 experience. Ooh. A well-dressed man flags you down. Excuse me there, my good citizen. Might you have a match on your person? Sure, here you go. Yes, but I might need it later. No, I'm sorry, no. Or, I'm sorry, no is 2 lies. Or, no, but also yes. Paradox. I'm gonna take paradox option. No, but also yes. Oh, well, thank you all the same. Toodaloo. Toodle off. Interesting. You come across a wall with a joke scrawled on it. It's only sort of ribbled. I'm gonna make it more ribbled with my 3 experience. You increase the ribaldity of the joke, and in doing so, increase the ambient ribaldity of the surrounding area. I'm gonna move along. Ah, fine, let's go to the fridge factory. Excuse me? Some amateur has penned a mild bon mot on the wall of the bathroom stall. I smile, but I don't laugh, so I'm gonna make that bon money. Ah, that'll get the bathroom goers roaring. 5 experience. I'm not gonna pay these folks, right? You again? So what, you ready to join in the party, huh?
Yeah, you ready to join the party, huh?
Clancy, quit it or I'm gonna slug your one in the mush. Actually, hang on. I'm gonna moxie him and then moxie him again. I'm gonna moxie him. Give him the old mox. Hang on, reporter's cufflinks. No, hang on. Hang on, I already had mysticality for excuse me? There we go, it's the moxie one I'm looking for at the moment. Would you take 100? Oh no, I didn't want to pay them! Well, that's fine. Gee, mister, I'd love to join, but I've never had that much scratch. Would you take 100? I wouldn't normally agree to that, but you seem like a good kid, so why not? You hand over the meat. use 100 meat. Thanks, and welcome to the club.
Yeah, welcome.
Clancy! Thanks, I guess. Here's your membership ring. He hands you a ring, and a whole group of mobsters wander off, divvying up your meat as they go. You got a ring, the Fop Bum Egg Ring. Gain 3 to 5 extra meat after combat. This ring marks you as a member of an elite society of people who pay bribes to extortionate criminals in order to achieve your non-criminal goals. Huh, this organization's for real? Fop Bum Egg? Alright, I'm gonna check out the factory. It's a refrigerated truck, but not the kind you were thinking of. If 2 counts as a fleet, then hey, they have a whole fleet of these things. There's an old toolbox here, left to rust, with 11-in-1 oil and a sharpening stone. 11-in-1 oil, increasing your moxie by 1 until you use another potion. According to the fine print on the can, 11 of the world's religions are actually part of a larger secret religion understood only by the old man who owns the company that makes this oil. And the sharpening stone adds a bonus +1 to it. As soon as I get a weapon that does 3 damage, and is moxie, and is ranged, I'm gonna, bam, slam this sharpening stone immediately on that item. A pool of tentacles, which I will fish in with my salty fishing rod. We've gotten some miscellaneous chemicals, solutions, precipitates, tinctures, you bet! We've got everything in here. A pool of chemicals again. There's a pretty flower growing out of this patch of frosty industrial waste. It's probably a metaphor for something you don't understand. Boxes of miscellaneous discarded industrial trash, which I will dig through in order to find a refrigeration coil. A mana charge refrigeration coil. If you can't figure out anything useful to do with it, you can always just sell it. I think there is something useful to do with that then. These barrels are rhymed with frost, but they rhyme with carols. See? That's how good. That is a perfect encapsulation of the high and low of the goof and wit that I love about this whole game. Refrigerator factory inside. Wait, hang on. What do I know about a refrigerator factory? I think I've seen a glimpse inside this refrigerator factory before. This workbench doesn't seem large enough for refrigerator repairs. I can make some combat items though, if I really wanted to. I don't think I need to though. Anarchist's hardware if I wanted to make some advanced items there. A chest of tools for fixing upright. Oh, there's some Anarchist's hardware. A collection of pipes and a cannon fuse, and well, mostly just pipes and cannon fuses. Anarchy is pretty straightforward. It's probably gonna make me laugh the hardest out of everything. Fancy combat items. What are we gonna get here? Bunch of damage to wall enemies, gain 3 AP and increase your AP regen. So things that would give us ridiculous combat potential. These fridges are brand new and empty. That's quite boring. The control booth is locked from the inside. Someone's gonna be in big trouble. Looks like something's going on over there. I'm gonna hide and watch. It's all there, all 40 cases.
It's all there, Gluck. You got the meat?
Mr. Poindexter, what are you doing here?
Surprise inspection. Huh, curious.
Give him a voice too quickly. What the heck? Excuse me? We're allowed to control the game? There seems to be a bit of a standoff between the mob guys and the other ones. I'm gonna cautiously approach. Okay, this guy needs a completely different voice. He is an interdimensional traveler. His name is Mr. Poindexter. Scary top hat nerd stares at you with barely any expression in his face, apart from a faint sneer.
It appears we have an interloper. And you are?
I'm Ryan Who. What's wrong with your hat?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's all spooky and, like, beautiful.
I have no time for this, Mr. Gluck. Curious. Regardless, please dispatch the interloper, Mr. Gluck.
Uh-oh. The top hat guy gives a taut nod, and then leaves the same way he came in a horrible weird spiral of negative space. The weird shadow monster that was once a person turns to face you. Hello! Shadows begin to gather around him, abstract, menacing shapes. I'm gonna back off and look for another solution. Because I think this is our solution. You can reach the controls through the broken window. There are 2 buttons. So I'm gonna press the green one first. I'm gonna press the red one now. Pretty sure red opens the jaws of the crane. You don't think oh, fine. Green and green and green and green and green until it goes back. And then the red one. You're pretty sure the red button opens the jaws of the crane, and that Gluck guy? That thing? Well, he's right underneath it. Do you definitely want to press it? Absolutely.
No way I'm taking the heat for this. Let's skedaddle.
Can I go fishing in this? There is very little left of this poor fellow. I want to pick through the remains. He's got a pocket watch clutched in one hand and some business matters clutched in the other. Neither of these hands is attached to an arm anymore. You got an item, the dangerous pocket watch. Offhand item. The ticking of this pocket watch sounds hollow and ominous. You don't like it. It's just wrong. Once per fight. Interesting. A bank pouch full of meat. Any cash payment that's too small for a briefcase would be contained in a leather zipper pouch. It's the law. And the deed to the speakeasy. A legal document establishing an illegal establishment. You take one quick look at the deed. This must have been Oliver Gluck, the owner of the speakeasy. Huh. This booze looks dangerous. It also appears to be tainted with some kind of sinister magical energy. Oh, this fridge is plugged in. A little note on it says, experimental, not for lunches. I open it. The fridge has been fitted with an experimental automatic ice cube maker. Unfortunately, it's made one single gigantic ice cube that fills the entire fridge. I guess if you ever need a big block of ice, as big as you, here's where you can get it. I'm definitely going to need that at some point, right? A block of ice as big as you. Fishing in this man's remains would be poor taste, would it? I crushed the man! I crushed this man with a refrigerator! And now you're telling me that it would be in poor taste to fish in his remains? I say, don't murder anyone if you're not okay desecrating the corpse. You don't have to leave the building on your map, by the way. You can just click the mapkin up there. I mean, yeah, sure, I could. And I will. Thank you. Return to Plunkett Street. But once we arrive, well, I mean, that makes for as good a time as any to head on over to the next episode. Until then, my name is Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Shadows over Loathing. Again, about to say Innsmouth there. We have completed our refrigerator mission, and we are going to pick up another one along the actual main guide. Hope to see you then.